Hello, this video is going to introduce Fluency Tutor. You'll notice that on today's slide, number 3, you have to do something called Fluency Tutor, and then it says hiccups. And you're probably thinking, what in the world is that? Well, when you get to slide 15, again, it says Fluency Tutor. Go back to Google Classroom and open your assigned reading for Fluency Tutor. It's called hiccups. Record your first reading. So one of the skills that we need to improve on to become better readers is our fluency. Fluency means the rate at which you accurately can read something. That means you're reading the correct words. You're reading at a good pace. Your voice is going up and down as you read. Of course, when we talk, we do not read like this, like a robot. And of course, when we're reading something, we also don't want to have that type of voice in our mind or out loud. So those are some of the reasons why fluency is really important. Fluency is actually 10% of your grade in this class. So you want to make sure that every week you are going into Fluency Tutor and you're doing what's expected. When you get into Google Classroom, you're always going to see week whatever, week 7, week 2, week 1, and then there'll also be something that says Fluency Tutor, and it's the title of whatever you have to read. Now, I'm just using an example from last quarter. Yours is going to say hiccups. When you open it up, you're going to have a link, and when you click on the link, it's probably for the first time, it's going to ask you to log in with Google. It might ask you to select what account. That would be your Moline Schools account. It might take you to a dashboard, but you should be looking for a text called hiccups. When you open it up, it's going to look like this. Okay, now, yes, I know this is a totally different passage, but you see probably a picture of some kind. You'll see a lexile number at the top. Don't worry about that. You'll see how many words are in this passage. And you're going to be reading every word from George Crumb was a chef all the way down to the last word in the passage. You're going to read it into your computer and you're going to record yourself. So you'll notice over on the right, it says ready to record, start recording, stop recording, playback recording, download recording, I'm finished. You're not going to have to press all of these. When you're ready, you're just going to click on start recording. If you stop in the middle of it, I think if you stop, it's legitimately going to stop, and I don't think you can, it's not like a pause. You can't pause and then keep going. You have got to start back from the beginning, okay? So if I'm ready, George Crumb was a chef. He worked at Moon's Lake House in Saratoga Springs, New York. French fries were one of the most popular foods on Moon's menu. And you're going to continue to read the entire passage. When you're done reading the passage, you're going to click on stop recording. When you're done, though, you can't stop there because I can't hear you until you say, I'm finished. When you say I'm finished, it sends it to me. You're going to have 4 questions to answer. Your teacher has asked you to complete a few quick questions. I am just going through. Obviously, I don't want you to guess. I want you to answer the questions. And then it's going to send them to me. When I receive your reading passage, it's going to, my screen looks like this, and I can see what date you read it and for how long. So if I click on this very first reading, I can see this was 3 seconds. Probably this person hit play and really wasn't sure what to do, and so they did it again. This time it was 23 seconds, but you know that it's going to take longer than that to record this, right? The next try was 8 seconds. Well, that's not long enough either. The next time is 58 seconds. We're getting close, but we're not totally there. Finally, a minute and 56. So this person has read this one time all the way through. What I can do is while I'm listening, I can mark over here. I can mark, did you mispronounce something? Did you kind of hesitate a little bit? Did you insert a new word? Did you leave out a word? That's called omission. So this kind of allows me to really listen to you as a reader and see where your strengths and weaknesses are. This also shows your comprehension score. So this young man got 4 out of 4. He did really well. He also sees how many words he read and how many words correct he read in a minute. And then this becomes a score for the week, all right? So you will be expected to read the same passage twice. So if I go back to your slideshow, on Tuesday, it says Fluency Tutor hiccups. And this is where it says read it for the first time. But then on Thursday, it says read it again. And it's the same one. Go back to Google Classroom, open your assigned reading for Fluency Tutor hiccups, record your second reading. Try to make improvements from your reading on Tuesday. So when you log in, you're going to see like, oh gosh, it took me 16 seconds. You want to record it again and see if you can do it in less time. Now, of course, I would have read it in like 2 minutes. If you have 2 minutes, you want to try to read it in a minute 56 or a minute 54. You want to try to get just a little bit faster each time. You get graded on both of these. If you only do one of them, you're not going to get full credit. You have to do 2 Fluency Tutor readings per week. Okay, and you're going to see that added into your weekly score each week, right? So your Fluency Tutor is worth 10 points. Okay, and it's 10% of your grade. As long as you do it, you're going to get an A+. But remember that you have to do it twice per week. If you have any questions about Tutor Fluency and how it works, please let me know.